Hello everyone, welcome to morning coffee break. Got my coffee. Hope you have your favorite morning beverage. Join us for a while, relax. Everything will get done later on. Of course, if you got to go to work, that's one thing. You gotta get going. And all my life, I always had jobs that you had to be there super early. The worst was 4 in the morning for a vending machine company I worked for. And it was like almost an hour away. So I had to get up at 2:30 every morning. It's crazy. Most of them were like 5 or 6 in the morning. But 4 was a little ridiculous. But you had to get started early doing that because I had to deliver to a place that was ours in a plant, in a glass plant. We had a little cafe and I stocked a lot of the stuff there, and they had like 15 vending machines, I think, that I also stocked. So I had to be there early before, like, if the whole crew come in at 8 o'clock and it was several hundred people, you wouldn't be able to get in those machines because they would be buying stuff. So I had to get there before everything was going on. Several places, several of the buildings I went, I had keys to everywhere, and several of the places that I went to, nobody was there, maybe the janitor, and I would go in there and fill all the coffee machines in, the vending machines and everything, and also sold coffee to the offices. I'd have to come back later on for that though. It was an interesting job, but I never counted so much stuff in all my life. I dreamed about it every night. I was counting, because you had to inventory everything. Your truck, every machine, everything had to be inventoried every day. You didn't do like a full inventory every day on the truck. That was like, I think, twice a week or 3 times a week. But you had to inventory the machines to make sure the money jived with what was missing and stuff. Yeah, at Eastman, I had to have security clearance. I would have to go to like once a year to a thing and renew my security clearance and get a badge for that. You had to use that badge to get in these buildings. And some of them, took keys, but some of them it took your badge. And it would, go, and then you would go in. Of course, they had cameras everywhere. It's high security places. Yeah, once a year I would have to go, and before I started working there, I had to do it. It's about a 2-hour long session, and then you have to take a written test at the end of it. And it was not easy. I really thought I wasn't going to make it. You could miss several, but not many. A couple maybe. And then you'd have to do it over again if you didn't pass. They're very strict. Oh, we got the peanut gallery. Oh boy. These doves are really liking this. They don't want to come down here while I'm sitting here though. Something on my... Oh no, that thing's on. Yeah, they don't want to come down here, but let's look at the sky and I'll show you the peanut gallery. Nice, pretty clear. A little hazy. So here we go with the peanut gallery. Dun, 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 dun. I can't hardly see them on here, but I know when I look at the video, you can see them. The same ones as yesterday, I imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember I counted 10 yesterday? And then there's one small one. It must be a little one. So there's 11 altogether. One of them's pretty small. They'll all be down here after a while. And they're all, on the ground. I've seen one try to get to the feeder and it's just too big. Too big. Let's try this way, so. Stool is not level. There's a squirrel down there. I don't know where they've been lately. I bet it's because there's no corn in this food. A lot of them cheaper bird seed, they'll put a bunch of corn in it, like crunched up corn and also whole kernels. Well, a bird can't eat a whole kernel of corn. I don't see how a bird could hardly eat corn that good. They were eating it, but they like the sunflowers too, the squirrels. They probably got so fat they don't need to for a while. That one was killing me the other day. Look, exactly, it's sitting there looking at me. Sitting on its hind legs, and it looked like a little Buddha. Its little belly was just so pooched out. And I remember saying, well, you won't need to eat nothing for a week now. So I guess it's true. Trying to work it off. I need this coffee this morning. I do feel really just wore out. I don't really feel bad though. I actually feel better than I did already because I was overdue for my infusion. I was supposed to have it at the first of the month, but they put it off because of the surgery. And so I was like 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks overdue. Because it was like the 19th, I think, or something, yesterday, or 20th. But as far as my stomach already feels better from it, and it does make my stomach feel a lot better. But then I do it every 2 months, so by the end of that 2 months, it's kind of wore off. And I was overdue also, so that's why I was having more stomach problems. Now hopefully this will calm my stomach down, which will help my hernia feel better. Because, the hernia is basically your intestines. So if I'm having trouble in other parts of my stomach, I'm going to have problems in the part they fixed. So that could have been part of my pain too. So I'm hoping it, helps a lot. I go Thursday back to my surgeon for a follow-up and for him to take these 12 staples out. Well, he won't do it. I'm sure the nurse will. But we're going to talk to him about everything. And, see what I don't know if I'm going to talk to him about what's coming up yet or not. That's just up to him to talk, I guess, about that. I don't know I really don't want to talk about it too much right now, if y'all know what I mean. I just got done with the biggest hernia, so I just really feel like I gotta have those teeth pulled next Friday. So I don't really want to talk too much about it, but I will if he wants to. I hope they give me a while before they do another one, or that fistula or something though. That'll be the worst of all, whenever I have that done. don't hear too many sirens around here. Maybe twice a day or something. But there is plenty of crime here. Believe me, just not in this part of town. There's, every town's got those certain parts of town, that there's just more crime than others. It's just the way it is, What are y'all gonna get into today? We ended up having that DiGiorno pizza last night, and it's a little small. It's a little bit smaller than like a regular DiGiorno. I don't know if it's because it has that stuffed crust and they wanted to keep the price down by making it a little bit smaller. To me, it's about the size of a medium pizza. But it had rising crust, so it cooked up pretty thick, But it was really good. And for $3.99, it was well worth it. So we may get another one of those if they have any left. I feel like they'll be gone before the first of the month. They'll be gone. But that one was really good, y'all. And the stuffed crust was good too. The pieces were a little bit smaller when you cut it than a normal DiGiorno, so I actually ate 3, except for a little bit of crust, which is a lot for me. I usually just eat any more. My stomach is small on the inside, It seems like it doesn't take much for me to get full, so I'll just eat one good-sized piece of pizza usually. I'm not supposed to eat a lot at one time. It's too much on my stomach. I'm actually supposed to eat 6 small meals a day. How you gonna do that? Do that? So I just don't eat a whole lot, at meals. I eat enough. I don't eat to get full. I just eat until I'm not hungry anymore. And I eat slow. Once I don't feel hungry anymore, that's usually about it for me. Oh, I got hiccups. Because if I eat like the big Thanksgiving dinner and everything like that, and you're holding your belly and stuff, you're so full, it would make me sick. It would really bother me. It's not worth it to me. So I just get me a small plate with a little bit of everything. Not a small plate, but I mean small portions. Because I used to gain, when I was, younger and not having as many problems when my Crohn's was in remission for years and years, except for maybe I would feel like I had a virus or something, and when it was in remission for so many years, I just thought I had a virus. But that was it flaring up a little bit, is what it was. But for the most part, I was fine. I worked every day. I never missed a day of work unless I was truly sick. And I ate what I wanted to back then. And I would eat, like I said, over the holidays, every year, from, Thanksgiving, and let's not even starting, no, not Halloween, but starting at Thanksgiving through New Year's. I bet you I gained 10 pounds every single year. And then it was winter time, so it was hard to work it off. So in the winters, I usually got pretty husky. I'd get up, I think the most I got up to was like 215. But then when I had all this happen to me and they cut some colon out the second time, and I ended up with 2 bags on me, they everything changed then. And then in 2012, I started losing so much weight. I went from 215 to 116 pounds. And I honestly, you know, I looked like something from that show Walking Dead or something. I mean, I was just, you could see my cheekbones sticking out. I don't know if many of you will remember, I mean, it had been with me from the start, but at the start I was pretty thin still, and then I actually got thinner for a while. But it wasn't the worst of it. I'd already been really super thin before that, but I'd started gaining just a little weight. But you can tell in some of my older ones, or my first ones, I guess. It's been a long road, I can tell you that, y'all. Write a book. That made my 11th operation the other day, y'all, last week. My 11th. It even affected my eyes, and I've had to have cataract surgery. I was almost blind. My vision was 2400. I couldn't even read the big E on the chart. I couldn't tell it was an E. That's how bad it was. So I had cataract surgery on both eyes. Now I can see great, but I've got floaters. So come on. I guess the floaters probably came about from looking at my tablet and my phone all day long. I take breaks, but it still doesn't matter. Sometimes they're not as bad as others. Sometimes all day long they're floating around. They look like little black cobwebs or something. Yeah, floating around. They'll spin around and stuff and move around. Ugh. Very annoying. You think it's a gnat or something, and you'll be reaching to try to catch a gnat or whatever, you know, but it's not. But Crohn's disease can affect any organ in your body. It doesn't just have to be your stomach. IBS is just your stomach, and ulcerative colitis is. But Crohn's can affect anything, your joints. That's why my knees, like if the weather changes, especially my left knee, I heard it several times in sports and car wrecks, and the right one too, but the left one especially. If it gets colder, man, it'll start hurting so bad where I can't hardly walk sometimes. I've got a brace in there somewhere, but I always never think to put it on. I need to find Logan a brace big enough for his left knee. That one of mine, we tried putting it on him and it was just too tight. It wouldn't go. I want answers from the doctors and stuff about his right calf too. It shouldn't be as big as it is. And they say, oh, that's because he can't get around right now. It'll go down after a while. Well, it's been months, you know. So he's going to have another MRI, I believe. Because they were supposed to call us last night, but they never did. Joy will talk to him today. There's our train. At least it hadn't been blazing hot the past few days. The garden's liking that. 'Cause it was a battle to keep this stuff alive there for a while, quite a while. It just won't rain. It's been over a month now, I believe, since we've had any decent rain. Well, one thing about it, the yard's not growing as fast. I think I'm going to try that thing I showed from the Dollar Tree that's a Jimmy Dean. I think it's a breakfast stick or something like that. Something like that. But it's stuffed with cheese and sausage and eggs. And it looks like a biscuit type crust. I think I'll try that thing, unless she's already started something different. I'll let y'all know if it was any good. I need to put some water in the bird bath. I cleaned it out yesterday. They had been in it too. There was poopy all over it. Of course, I put gloves on, y'all. You know, to clean everything. But it was dirty, and they had done something with, I guess they splashed all the water out of it. I don't know why I hadn't been able to catch them doing that though. They must not like, it's a little bit closer, I guess, for one thing, to here. So they won't get in it when I'm out here. And I don't know if they do it early in the morning before I get up or what, but they've been in it quite a bit. It's helped me a little bit on the bird food not going so fast, because the starlings, there'll be some here every day, but not a flock of them. I mean, there'll be maybe 6 or 8 over there, like 3 on top and 2 in the, 5 or 6 on the ground. But I was getting, for about almost a month, I was getting a whole flock of starlings. There'd be anywhere from 30, and I think I counted 60 one time of them. They're just all over that bank and everything. They just like have the whole area covered. But you can literally, the ones on the left feeder, they'll be eating up there and everything, but they knock a lot of it out for the ones, I guess, down below. And it's just almost amazing to watch, but you can literally see the left feeder, the level go down of the seeds. And when they're done, I've actually seen them empty it out in 1 hour from full. It's crazy. And then they take off, And they're like a little army. They come in and just ravage everything, and then they were gone. After the seeds were gone, they took off. I mean, I'm sure there was still some on the ground, but I don't see how there was much, if that many of them. But I really enjoy, feeding the birds. They're God's creatures. They're innocent little creatures. They're not causing any trouble, or anything. And I have had trouble with starlings building birds' nest in the gutters, or in, not necessarily where the drain is, but anywhere really that they could get into. And I've had some trouble with that. And I had a somehow they got a hole at the end of the awning that they were getting into. I think we got it clogged up with some of that. I was using just grocery bags, plastic grocery bags, and wadding it up, but they were pulling those out, so we got some of that foam stuff that you fill holes in with and sprayed it in there to where the birds couldn't get back in there. But they're the only ones that's really done anything like that, is the starlings. Well, time's getting away from me again, y'all. Hi, little buddy. How are you? Listen, they're singing. It's cute. Oh, there's two of them. Go to the other side. Go to the other one. Hear it? Cute. Well, y'all, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day. I'm going to go on in and let these doves come on over here and get them some breakfast. But hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Morning Coffee Break. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you later on. Bye-bye.